And then one other thing,
Please.
unrelated, and that is the EU this week or very soon is expected to begin its requirement for products made in settlements to be labeled as such. The administration has opposed this in the past, and I'm just wondering if you guys have made your opposition to it clear recently.
Not sure when the last time. I mean, look, we're not. It hasn't been announced yet.
Yeah, but it's expected to.
It is expected to.
Move on the hill.
We're aware that it's going to publish a note soon about its consumer guidelines on product origin labeling, which I believe several countries are already following. It's my understanding, though, that this issue is still under discussion within the European Commission, rather, and I would refer you to the EU for the latest. So I'm not going to speculate about it. Where we stand on
No,
this?
that's what I want to know, and I don't want to be referred to the EU to find out what the U.S.
Oh,
thinks
okay.
something.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize I thought you were asking for.
No. But I want to know, one, if you're still. I presume you're still
Yep.
opposed to it, but why it is you are opposed to it, or why you are still opposed to it, and whether or not it has been raised by the administration recently with the EU.
So, okay. First thing is our position on boycotts targeting the state of Israel has not changed. We oppose efforts to isolate or delegitimize the state of Israel. That said, the longstanding bipartisan position of the United States on Israeli settlements has also not changed. We believe settlements are illegitimate and harmful to prospects for peace and to Israel's long-term security. That said, if Israel continues to expand settlement activity, it shouldn't come as a surprise if some in the international community pursue steps to limit commercial relations with the settlements. And this underscores the urgent need for Israel to change its policies with regard to settlements.
So hold on a second. Wait. I'm still struggling to find a coherent position on whether the labeling is a good thing or a bad thing, according to you guys.
So we're not going to speak to something that has not taken place yet, a decision that has not been made. And that's what was my point about this is still a matter under discussion in the European Commission. On boycotts, we're against boycotts. On settlements, we're against settlements. But, and my last point is the but, that Israel that it shouldn't be a surprise to Israel that some in the international community pursue steps to limit commercial relations with the settlements.
In other words, you think it's a bad thing, but it's Israel's fault.
I think it's a reality. I think
it's a bad thing, but it's Israel's fault for this. I'm trying to find out.
Yeah, sure. We disagree with. We disagree with the policy of settlements.
Yes, I understand that.
Which you understand that. All I'm saying is making the observation that it should not come as a surprise that there are others in the international community who pursue steps to limit commercial relations. I'm just laying that out there.
I know.
Do you regard this as a step to limit commercial relations? The simple labeling?
Well, it's labeling to differentiate Israel products from those from the settlements.
So you think that that's inevitably going to lead to...
Not inevitably, but it could.
But does that mean that so you're not saying that the labeling is a boycott, which you would oppose? You're saying to Israel, don't be surprised if countries do this? I'm trying to find out if the administration has a position on the labeling. Do you think that it is the same thing as a boycott, which you would oppose?
So, current consumer guidelines on product origin labeling is what we're talking about, the EU doing. Issue still under discussion, but as I just said to Arshad, it's not a boycott per se, but could be taken as a boycott since it identifies.
So you oppose it?
We oppose boycotts.
No, but I'm asking about the labeling.
We oppose any. I would say any action that could be taken. Again, action has not been taken yet, but we oppose any boycott against Israel. I just said that very clearly.
I know you said that, but you won't say whether you regard the labeling as a boycott.
We don't have it is not a done deal yet. So it's still
it's also not a done deal that you don't want China to nuke Mongolia either. But you'll say that. I mean,
no, we don't.
No, exactly. But that's a hypothetical as well. It's something that has.
It's the EU's debate. You should tell them what your opinion
I mean,
is.
have you
before they
been
make
in
that
touch with?
decision.
Of course, we've been discussing this with the EU.
So, and you've told them that you think it's a bad idea, or you've told them, well, we don't really care, but but we would prefer that you not take
We've been
it
clear
to
about
a boycott.
we've been clear about our position.
Well, you haven't been clear with
Which
me.
is that-
Does anyone else in this room
we
understand what
have
the
been
position
clear
is on the
about our
labeling?
position, which is that we consider boycotts to be.
I know that's boycotts.
Yes.
Do you
Yes.
consider the labeling to be a boycott?
I would say that.
Or if it's a step on the way
it's
to a boycott, would
it
you?
could be,
would
it
you?
could be perceived
So
as a
would
step
you?
on the way
So do you oppose it?
It could be perceived as a step on the way.
to a boycott.
So would you? So do you oppose it? And are you willing to tell the Europeans that you think this is a bad idea and that you?
And I'll just leave it at we're still discussing it with them. They're aware of our views. And then my final observation was that it shouldn't be a surprise to Israel or to anyone that countries are looking at steps that could lead to boycotts or other efforts, given their policy on settlements.
So just to summarize, you oppose boycotts, but you will not say whether or not you oppose steps that could lead to boycotts.
Correct. We just let this process.
So
play
you said
itself
that
out.
the Europeans are aware of your position.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hope it was made clear to them because it's not clear to me at all still what your position is on this. And I doubt that that it's clear to anyone in this room or anyone
What
watching what your
harm is there
position
in
is.
saying, look, we oppose this?
There's no harm, but it's not. Look, I mean, this is still a matter under discussion within the European Commission.
Yep.
Let's let that discussion take place. They're aware of our views, generally speaking, about boycotts. They're also aware of our views about settlements. All of that said, let's let them conduct their own process here, and then we'll give our opinion on it.
But are
Yeah,
they
but
aware of your views
then
on
it's too
labeling?
late. If they go ahead and do this and you have opposed it, then they've done something that you don't like, and you haven't weighed in. You haven't weighed in or made your position clear publicly. So what good does it do to complain about it after the fact when you had the opportunity and you're being given the opportunity right now to say whether you think, yeah, this is a good thing, or no, this is a horrible thing and will lead to boycott and delegitimization.
We're not going to intervene in their
right.
process.
Just a quick follow-up
Sorry.
on this.
Right.
Now, you're saying the settlements are legitimate, but products from the settlements are not legitimate, are basically legitimate, right? I mean, as far as you're concerned.
Wait, I'm sorry. One more time. We said
You're saying the settlements are legitimate. Isn't that what you just said?
Illegitimate, yeah.
Illegitimate, right?
Yes.
But products that come out of there are legitimate. Is that what you're saying? By opposing the labeling and so on, you're saying the products that come out of,
I missed the bit where he said they opposed the labeling, so I'm sorry.
no.
I mean, he did, yeah, I know. He didn't say they oppose or for, but you're saying that you have no position on products that come out of the settlements? Are they legitimate? They should be, commercially available in any market?
I'm saying that, first of all, I'm saying we oppose boycotts.
Right.
And frankly, anything that could be perceived as a boycott, which I think I said to Arshad, could be taken as a de facto by labeling them as such. But again, let's let this process play itself out, although that clearly upsets Matt. And
It doesn't upset me. I'm just trying to find out what the position is. And if you are correct, in fact, what you said to Arshad, that you oppose steps that could lead to boycotts, that would mean then, according to your logic, that you would oppose the labeling. So why don't you just come out and say that you oppose the labeling? Why, pussyfoot around it? Why try to make it as vague, as you possibly can? Let the world know what your position is if you think that it's right. If you think that it's correct.
I'm not going to speak on behalf of the European Union.
I'm not asking you to speak on behalf of the European Union.
Yes.
I'm asking you to speak on behalf of the United States.
And we oppose boycotts and we oppose settlements.
All right.
Please.
I'm sorry, Mark, but the day that the trade bill passed, there was very strong language in the bill
Yep.
included, against boycotts and so on. And then the administration issued a statement that we're saying this does not cover the settlement. You remember that?
Yes, I do.
It said did not cover the settlement. So you would think that actually is a prelude to basically okaying the labeling of products coming out of the settlement. Wouldn't it be that way? Wouldn't it be interpreted that way?
Again, I'm going to stay right where I was. Thank you.